Aside from Apex Legends having the most down bad Apex players for a Latina in a game, we still love Apex. The finals does have some work to do, but I'm sure over time we will see the difference once they realize how much money they can make from having a character with a fat ass. Now, I know the finals only came out a few days ago, whilst Apex Legends has had 4 years to brew and grow the community as well as the content that's created within it. But the finals is absolutely taking the entire FPS world by storm, and as someone with a chronic addiction to both of these games, as well as making content for the finals on my second channel, I've had my fair share of both the finals and Apex. The community. So far, the finals community isn't bad at all. I personally haven't had any bad experiences with the randos in the open beta or even now with it being released. We are, however, still yet to see any tech support experts come over to the finals. The really cool thing, actually, is that a large enough portion of the finals community also comes from the Apex community. With so many content creators realizing how dead Apex is right now, the Gaming Merchant, Staycation, Jordan Smash, and a lot of other Apex content creators are on the finals now. So it's only a matter of time before the extremely toxic game chat sweatballs find the download button for the finals. The social media content for the finals is a pretty chill experience as well. Most of the clips are just people getting high damage games, talking about builds and setups, movement tips, and so forth. But as the game goes on, I'm just praying that it doesn't end up anything like Valorant.
Every kill you get, I'll give you an ara.
Alright, bet.
Ara.
Oh my god.
Gambare gambare senpai.
I don't even know what's happening in Apex anymore.
Do you have a penis?
I am non-binary. I do not have any genitalia as I am not real.
How old are you?
Every time the devs decide to make a change to the game, you will have every pro on Twitter complaining about how bad it is. And when they get what they want, they complain about that too. I'm just praying that's not what happens to finals. Please just keep it clean on this side. But the finals definitely does appeal to the more casual gamer who just wants to sit down and have fun after a long day. Blowing up buildings with your friends and getting absolutely ran through by a heavy main. And at the same time, there is the extremely competitive appeal as well, where the rules of the game cater towards the pro players. And honestly, Apex used to be that, until all the kids discovered tap strafing. Now everyone is just snorting G Fuel, playing Octane, and bouncing all over the place like an ADHD schizo in pubs.
What the
Holy shit!
No, that guy was on some shit.
Apex is not the kind of game to have fun in if you're not a new player. The new player experience can be fun until you start winning some games and all of a sudden you're up against pros and now you're dying off the rip every single match. Every single Apex player has definitely had this experience. But it's not all doom and gloom in Apex. The game has skins that you pay $160 for. Now, I'm not here to completely take a dump all over Apex because realistically they're two completely different games. There's so much history with Apex that I can't do it any justice with just one video. So many careers were made, lives were changed, and I'm pretty sure that you get the idea. So speaking of skins, the content. Now, let's not even get ahead of ourselves. Apex Legends definitely has some amazing skins, both free and paid. I'll give them that. The prestige skins in the game are okay. They do have some pretty cool finishers, and when they actually do decide to add content, they do a pretty good job at it. Key phrase, when they actually decide to add content. We have had so many seasons where it was just dead and we didn't really have anything to work with. Apex did, however, recently have a Post Malone collab with arguably one of its best game modes of all time. But despite the finals only just releasing, they definitely released it with genuinely good content. The customization in this game is endless. You can mix and match your character's body shape, clothes, and items as well. So as time goes on, I wouldn't be surprised if it starts looking like a GTA server. I mean, they even have this alien outfit, which is a nice touch, especially since they have these in-game events, and one of those in-game events being an alien invasion where these alien spaceships destroy the map. Nice work, Embark. And surprisingly enough, Apex has actually never in its 4 years of existing had any kind of live or in-game events, aside from the one it just recently got for Loba and Revenant's story. But that was more a cutscene than it was anything else. Apex Legends did a few years back have these mini missions missions that you could play, which was awesome. They were PvE missions that you could play with friends, and it was a great way to engage players with the lore of the game. And then one day, they chose money over passion, and we have never seen anything like it since. The other thing is, Apex has this really bad habit of thinking that buyable skins are content, and you can't even see those skins in-game because it's first person, so you really only see the first person view of it. But the game has had entire collection events, and the only thing available were heirlooms and skins, which altogether costs $160, and maybe they'll add a recycled LTM into that collection event. Apex used to get new weapons in the game consistently, but it's now been about a year and we've only had one weapon come to the game and nothing else ever since. The game also gets one new map a year, but yet again, throughout the whole of 2023, we didn't get anything. But now, of course, the finals dropped with a new map, new battle pass, new grenade, as well as new skins, and the fact that you can switch the clothing up to anything you have available to you, to say the least, is pretty awesome. The new Las Vegas map is also really good, but the thing about maps in the finals that separates it from other games is probably the weather system. Las Vegas has sandstorm weather as well as night and day. Other maps have rain, fog, night and day, which kind of makes it feel like you're never on the same map even though you are. Now Apex does the weather thing too, but only in limited time game modes that just keeps getting recycled. I'm sure Respawn can, take some notes here with this one. The gameplay. Now, I'm more than aware that these two games are completely different, but there is a reason that a large majority of Apex players like the game and adapt to it so fast. And that is because of movement, amongst other things, of course.
Fucking go.
Besides things like grapple hooks, Gibby dome shields and arm shields, going invisible, lifeline drone healing, jump padding. Now, as much as there are similarities, there are also opposing gameplay features that dramatically separate the two. And one thing we know for a fact, Apex takes the crown for movement in FPS shooters. Well, hold on, Titanfall fans, at least the second place crown. We all know Titanfall takes the first crown, of course, but Apex Legends has something extremely unique in the movement section that the finals will just never have, and that's something that will never change, and that is tab strafing. For those who don't know what that is, it's basically a movement tech that allows you to perform 90 and 180 degree turns very quickly whilst keeping your momentum. If you master this in Apex, you're definitely going to have some people uninstalling the game. Both of these games are very fast paced and requires quick thinking, but Apex, however, knows how to blend multiple playstyles into one. For instance, you can't just run into a team all guns blazing. You'll die instantly. Yes, Octane mains, I'm looking at you. Some fights will be slow, some will be fast, some fights can be long. I mean, they can get long, but they're also very fast. The blends of pacing, gunplay, and movement truly make Apex Legends a very entertaining and addictive experience. However, in the finals, it is almost always fast-paced. There is never a slow moment, even if you're not shooting. It is actually extremely satisfying to just parkour around the map, running around on the roofs of Monaco, and the fact that there's a dash ability that lets you dash 3 times in a row just makes this game that much cooler to play. The invisibility can be spammed over and over again until it hits a cooldown, and as long as you're not getting shot at or doing the shooting. Not to mention, the grappling in this game is awesome to use, but all of these abilities come from the light class. There are 2 other classes that offer some more variety to your playstyle. The medium class serves as the team's medic, and the heavy class serves as the team's pure brute. The heavy class just eats damage in this game, which kind of forces you to make last minute decisions to change your playstyle a bit. Even so, I gotta give the gameplay to Apex for this one, so thank you Titanfall for fathering your son, Apex, into one of the best movement shooters. Microtransactions. Now let's get one thing very absolutely clear here. Apex Legends has way better skins than the finals, because even on Apex Legends launch day, they still had all of the base legendary skins for guns and legends, which are absolutely fire, especially for Wraith. I know finals is still new, but there was absolutely no reason for them not to add some seriously god tier skins with the launch, aside from the ones being in the battle pass. That definitely would have resulted in more engagement. Now with that being said, Apex Legends may have the better skins, but one thing is for sure. If they can't be purchased with free currency, you are paying an arm and a leg for skins in this game. Things are definitely overpriced, and since Apex is under Respawn and EA owns Respawn, you can bet on the fact that these people are money hungry, especially since Apex Legends is a billion-dollar game. They know that it can generate some serious cash. The things this company has pulled for a quick buck is insane to me. But if there's one thing they know what to do with skins, it's animations for them. Specifically the heirlooms. The heirlooms have amazing animations, secret animations, and animations that are directly tied to a Legend's lore, which is always an awesome touch. Although Finals is much better in terms of how they actually execute microtransactions in the game, it's not all that bad. Like I said earlier in the video, the microtransactions come with a ton of customization, and the character skins aren't bad at all. They're actually really good. I would actually wear this IRL. The weapon skins could definitely be better, like by a long shot, but the game still has a lot of life left for them to actually invest into the skins and game cosmetics. The battle pass skins though are still really decent, except me personally, I am not rocking this. But if there is one thing I'm definitely rocking with, it's my second channel with some more finals content for you guys. Go on, don't be shy.